What's up YouTube, Jeff back again today with a very exciting Samsung video for you guys, and I'm in Brooklyn, New York because Samsung just unveiled their latest foldables and their latest smartwatches. In this video, I'm going to take you guys through everything that's new with the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra, the brand new wide form factor of the Galaxy Z Fold 8, and the Galaxy Z Flip 8, which is the thinnest flip that Samsung has ever made. Plus, we have brand new watches. The Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 is the brightest smartwatch in the world, and they've made some nice refinements to the Galaxy Watch 9 as well. Let's go ahead and get right into it. One quick thing before I move on, if you are pre-ordering either of these today, use the links in the description below. You can join SammyGuru Rewards for free, and when you pre-order a qualifying Galaxy, all of the phones mentioned here qualify. With your member link, we get a free mystery box shipped right out to you with a free case, cleaning kit, 65-watt charger, tempered glass screen protector, and more. That's a $65 value, and there's also random goodies inserted in random boxes. So check out all the details below if you are going to be pre-ordering today. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 is the reinvention here, and it starts with the shape. Every fold before this one was tall and narrow when you closed it. Samsung changed that this year. Folded, the Z Fold 8 gives you a 5.5-inch cover screen at 1248 by 1972 resolution, and the ratio is 10 by 16. In your hand, it just feels like a normal phone. You can text on it, scroll on it, watch something short on it, and never open the thing. Then you unfold it, and the main screen is 7.6 inches at 2448 by 1848. Here's the part that changes how you use it. That panel is 4:3 aspect ratio. It's not a tall phone screen made bigger, it's closer to the shape of a tablet or a TV, so movies and games fill it properly instead of sitting in a letterbox with black bars top and bottom. If you rotate it, you get that same 4:3 shape, and that becomes a reading screen. 2 pages of a book, a full article, a PDF you don't have to pinch and drag around on, and that's the whole pitch here. That's what Samsung is selling with this new form factor. This screen changes to fit exactly what you're doing. Now, talking about the weight, and that is another surprise here, it's 201 grams. Samsung says this is the lightest Galaxy Z Fold they've ever made, and it's lighter than plenty of regular slab phones as well. It's 4.5 millimeters thin unfolded and 9.7 millimeters folded. They pulled that off with something called Flex titanium technology. It's a titanium alloy film layered over a titanium plate underneath the display, and it does 2 primary jobs. First, it lets the panel get thinner, and it absorbs pressure, which reduces how visible the crease is over time. In person, the crease is still there if you go looking for it at an angle, but straight on in normal light, you won't notice it at all for this generation. Brightness is up to 3000 nits with vision booster and low reflection finish, and outdoors, that's the difference between usable and squinting. Cameras are dual 50 megapixel, wide and ultra wide. You do need to note there's no telephoto on this one, so you get 2x optical quality zoom and 10x digital. You also get dual recording, which shoots front and back at the same time and previews you on the cover screen. And brand new, My Fan Cam, which tracks a subject and reframes the video for you. This is a really cool trick and something that I enjoy demoing in my hands-on. The battery here on the Z Fold 8 is 4800 milliamp hours. Charging is 45 watts wired, which Samsung rates at up to 63% in about 30 minutes, plus 20 watt wireless. Inside is the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy, with 12 gigs of RAM at 256, 512 gigs, or 1 terabyte of storage. You also get 16 gigs of RAM on that 1 terabyte model. IP48 Gorilla Glass Ceramic 3 on the cover, Victus 2 on the back, and One UI 9 with Android 17. The price here on the Z Fold 8 is $1899.99, and it comes in lavender, graphite, cream, and pistachio, which is a Samsung.com exclusive. I was honestly really impressed with the form factor of the Galaxy Z Fold 8. I will say that it is a little wide on the cover screen, so if you're someone who likes to type on the cover screen a lot, you might go from the problem of having too narrow of a cover screen on the Z Fold 7. If you go to the Z Fold 8, you might think it's too wide. You do have to reach a little with your thumb. But personally, I think people who enjoy consuming content, watching media, YouTube, are going to love it. It is kind of a bummer that you don't get the flex mode that you've gotten on past foldables. Flex mode where you can basically have your controls for your camera on the bottom, and then you have the viewfinder on the top, which started with the Flip, but is also on the Z Fold 8 Ultra. That's not on the Z Fold 8. So that's one downside. But I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy this form factor for sure. The Z Fold 8 Ultra keeps the familiar foldable form factor that we know. Samsung did not reshape this one. They took the traditional Fold idea and pushed every number and spec as far as they could go. The main screen is 8 inches at 2504 by 2256, 422 pixels per inch. The cover is 6.5 inches at 1080 by 2520. Both run adaptive 120 Hz all the way down to 1 Hz with Vision Booster. And this guy is thin, 4.1 millimeters when unfolded and 8.9 millimeters folded. That is the slimmest Z Fold design Samsung has built, and they did it while going up to an 8-inch panel. It weighs 215 grams, so you're carrying 14 grams more than the regular Fold 8 for a noticeably larger screen when it's unfolded, but keep in mind it is a different form factor, which is another big difference between these devices. The camera is where the Ultra earns the name. 200 megapixels main at f1.7 with optical stabilization, and this year Samsung added HDR in full 200 megapixel mode. There's also a new 50 megapixel ultra wide that also handles macro, and a 10 megapixel telephoto at 3x optical going up to 30x space zoom. For video on the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra, you get 8K at 30, and two things worth calling out here if you actually edit. There's the new APV codec for 8K that gives you more room in post, and Cine LUT, which lets you apply color and tone profiles on the phone itself. That's a real convenience if you're someone who's out there shooting professional footage, and this is a real workflow feature, not a filter. The battery is 5,000 milliamps, first time ever on a Fold for Samsung, and Samsung built a new dual patch charging architecture for it. Instead of pushing everything through one route, it splits the load across the battery system, which Samsung says makes charging more stable. You've got 45 watts wired up to 67% in about 30 minutes. There's also an expanded graphite cooling layer, and that matters because this is the phone people are going to push with 8K video and heavy professional multitasking. The memory is the same structure as the Z Fold 8, 12 gigs on the 256 or 512 gig storage variants, and 16 gigs on that 1TB model, and the same Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy. Same IP48 rating, same Gorilla Glass Ceramic 3 cover and Victus 2 back, and the same One UI 9 software running on Android 17. The price for this one is $2,099.99, and it's available in Violet Shadow, Graphite Cream, and Green Shadow, which is the online exclusive. Handling both of these back to back, the Ultra is the more impressive piece of engineering, and of course it does push those camera specs as well. In my hands-on, I noticed that the Z Fold 8 Ultra still supports the flex mode where you can fold the screen and get controls on the bottom of the screen, for instance for the camera, while still seeing your viewfinder on the top. The regular Z Fold 8 does not support flex mode, so if you are taking advantage of that with various apps, you won't get that on the wider Z Fold 8. But the Fold 8 is super light at 201 grams and very impressive, so these are clearly tuned to different audiences, and I definitely think that both of the audiences, the people who want to push the specs and the camera as far as they can go with the Z Fold 8 Ultra, and the people who want something that's great for content consumption and have a lighter, more pocketable fold for the regular Galaxy Z Fold 8. I really think that both groups will be happy. Now, personally, as much as I love the novelty of the new Z Fold 8 form factor, the Z Fold 8 Ultra is most likely to be the device that I would use for a daily driver because of the camera. Not having a telephoto on the Z Fold 8 is definitely a no-go for me, and I also like having the larger battery. A lot of really good things here. You also get that anti-reflective coating on the inside of the Z Fold 8 Ultra, which is a little bit nicer. You get a larger screen, and also I tend to like the form factor. I've gotten used to it over the years. So we'll see if the Z Fold 8 changes my mind, but right now the Ultra is likely to be my daily driver between the two. These two phones are $200 apart, so if you want the biggest screen, the 200 megapixel camera, the telephoto, and 8K with a real editing workflow, that's definitely going to be the Z Fold 8 Ultra, and it's worth the extra $200 in that case. But if you mostly consume content, watch, read, game, and you want the lightest foldable that Samsung has ever made, the Fold 8 is a very compelling new form factor, and it's probably the better phone for you, and you can save that $200. Next, let's talk about the Galaxy Z Flip 8. This is the sleekest flip that Samsung has ever shipped, 180 grams, 6.1 millimeters unfolded, and 13.1 millimeters folded. Closed, it disappears into a pocket in a way the folds just don't. The main screen is a 6.9-inch panel, 1080 by 2520, 120 Hz adaptive. The cover is 4.1 inches at 948 by 1048, and it runs 60 or 120 Hz refresh rate. But the cover screen is the actual story this year. Samsung rebuilt Flex Window as an AI-first interface. Now Brief sits on the cover now and shows you what is coming next without opening the phone. And you can trigger Gemini Intelligence right from the cover with the side key or your voice, then have it run app automation across more than 40 apps and services. The camera on the Z Flip 8 is a 50 megapixel main with the Pro Visual engine plus a 12 megapixel ultra wide. Video tops out at 4K 60, and all the flip camera tricks are here and improved. Flex mode for hands-free angles, camcorder grip with a zoom rocker, super steady that now has the horizontal lock that we saw on the S26, and flip shot for mirror selfies off the cover screen. Battery is 4,300 mAh on the Z Flip 8, charging's 25 watts still at up to 55% in 30 minutes, and 15 watt wireless. One spec worth flagging here, the Flip 8 is Bluetooth 5.4, where both folds move up to 6.0, so that is one spec bump that I would have liked to have seen on the Flip 8 as well. Small thing, but if you are deep in Galaxy accessories, it's definitely worth knowing. It's $1,199.99 in pink, graphite, cream, and an online-only mint color, which is, again, that Samsung.com exclusive. Next, let's talk about watches, because the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 is very impressive this year. Tons of upgrades to talk about. One size, the 47mm titanium, and this is the biggest year-over-year jump in the entire lineup. The battery is 800 milliamp hours. That's 35% more than the last Watch Ultra, and it gets you up to 60 hours with the always-on display running. And Samsung did that while making the watch 12% thinner than the previous generation. The display is 1.52 inches, 498 by 498 on the resolution, and it goes up to 5,000 nits, which is absolutely insane. It is the first smartwatch to hit that number. Based on their own market research as of June, it is the brightest smartwatch in the world. Either way, in direct sun, it's the brightest watch screen that I've ever looked at. Seeing this in my hands on, it was absolutely amazing how bright it looks under those studio lights. Durability is the other reason to buy this one. You've got 10 ATM, IP69K, MIL STD 810H spec, and EN13319, which is the diving standard that Samsung is selling with the new Watch Ultra 2. It tracks depth, time, and water temperature automatically the moment that you go under for a diving session. There's also a dedicated Ultra 2 diving app built with mirrors coming later this year, rated for recreational diving down to 40 meters. And for running, Trail Run tracks elevation and terrain impact, and Nutrition Alert estimates your sweat loss against your body weight and tells you when to drink and how much. Inside, it's running the Snapdragon Wear Elite 3nm, 5 cores, 2 gigs of memory, and 64 gigs of storage, with Wear OS 7 and One UI 9 watch running on the device. Price starts at $699.99 in titanium silver or titanium gray. The Galaxy Watch 9 is the everyday option, and it didn't get a huge spec bump this year. It comes in 40 and 44mm aluminum variants. The 44mm variant gives you a 1.47-inch screen and 445 milliamp hours. The 40mm is 1.34 inches at 390. Both go up to 3,000 nits, which is still incredibly bright, and both get to 30 hours with always-on running. Here's what I actually like about the Watch 9. You get the same Snapdragon Wear Elite chip as the Ultra 2, and the same bioactive sensor, so all the health tracking inside the brand new Samsung Health gives you all of those same features, so it's really not cutting anything on the software side to hit this price. That includes the FDA-cleared sleep and apnea feature, vitals, heart health score, daily cardio load, and the fitness index. $379.99 for Bluetooth, and $429.99 if you want the LTE model. That's Samsung's entire new lineup for July 2026, the foldable and watches. Everything is going to be released officially on August 7th, but pre-orders do start today. Get up to $1,200 trade-in credit or $200 of extra credit through other items if you don't trade in a device for any of the foldables. Also, we do have the mystery box program, as I said. So if you guys are going to order, you can order with SammyGuru right through our affiliate link, goes direct to Samsung or Best Buy. And if you order with us, you're going to get that free mystery box with a case, cleaning kit, 65-watt CAN charger, and more. Curious if you guys are going to be pre-ordering a Z Fold 8, Z Fold 8 Ultra, Z Flip 8, or if you're waiting for the Galaxy S27, because I know some of you people out there are slab people, and that's perfectly fine. And also, if you're interested in upgrading your watch, I think the Watch Ultra 2 is a very compelling upgrade, so I think a lot of people will upgrade to the Watch Ultra 2. I certainly was impressed with the thinness and also how the band's now contoured to your wrist perfectly. It's very impressive. Overall, Samsung's made some huge upgrades this year in the foldables, in my opinion, and I think it's a really compelling lineup. Curious to hear what you guys think. We'll have a lot more coverage on my personal channel, as well as over at SammyGuru, SammyGuru YouTube. Check all that stuff out. Appreciate you guys checking out the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.